A little over 3 weeks away from the Houston Astros and Major League Baseball from starting their season. Finally! But for a lot of pre-2017 Houston Astro fans, they're sort of dreading it. You see, there are a lot of fans out there right now thinking the dark days of the Astros are upon us, and the dynasty run and the golden age is over. And while I can understand that sentiment from trading away a top 15 player in Kyle Tucker to the Cubs and not re-signing Alex Bregman, I'm here to tell you, it's not all doom and gloom. This team is a lot better than what people are giving them credit for, and I think it's time that we talk about it. I've seen projections as low as 83 wins and some as high as 89 wins. And while I can't guarantee anything, I believe this team is as low as 86 wins and as high as 90 plus wins. When you have a top 10 player in baseball and one of the great hitters of all time in Yordan Alvarez, a top 30 player like Jose Altuve, two of the consensus top 30 pitchers in Framber Valdez and Hunter Brown, and a top 3 to 5 back into the bullpen like Brian Abreu and Josh Hader closing out games for you, that is the framework for a top 8 to 10 team in the sport. And I've got to give kudos to the Astros front office this offseason. Them knowing that they're not going to re-sign Kyle Tucker or extend him to a long-term deal, and also not betting against themselves in the open market for Alex Bregman, who got $40 million from the Boston Red Sox. I love both these players, and I don't like throwing any shade or dirt on their names. Kyle Tucker was not coming back to Houston for a 10-year, $300 million contract. He's going to get somewhere in the range of 10 years, 350 to 400 million. And I'm sorry, but Alex Bregman is not worth $40 million a year. No player with a sub 800 OPS is worth that. But to bring a guy like Isaac Paredes in from the Cubs, who just 2 seasons ago was a all-star with an 800 plus OPS, to get a guy like that and replace Alex Bregman with him, who's a lot younger and has 3 years of control on the contract, and then ink Christian Walker, the best overall first baseman in baseball, defensively and offensively combined, to a 3-year, $60 million deal. And you insert those guys in between Jose Altuve and Yordan Alvarez. I love this. Both give incredible quality of the bat, work pitcher counts high, have great power, and as we all know, Christian Walker is the best defensive first baseman in the sport. You just can't do much better for the constraints that they had budget-wise. And speaking of all of that, we haven't even talked about Jeremy Pena, Yainer Diaz. That's not even my favorite part about this team and what's so underrated about them coming up this season. Yes, we can talk about Framber Valdez and Hunter Brown, the respective number 1 and number 10 pitcher in the league last season when it came to inducing ground ball. But there's one guy that I really think no one is really giving much attention to outside of the real hardcore Astro fans. And when people say this guy is special, usually that's just a homer or a guy that supports the team that wants to hype the dude up. But let's talk about it. Spencer Arrighetti, man, I think most baseball fans became aware of him last year after his start against the Phillies, where he just shut them down and struck them out. We saw flashes and glimpses last year. There was about a 6-week stretch where he may have just been the best pitcher in the sport. I believe there was a stretch where he had 3 straight 10 plus strikeout games, and most people could see it wasn't just a flash in the pan by a guy. No. Spencer Arrighetti is truly special. From the extra extension he gets on his delivery, that he's able to tunnel pitches better and fool hitters, or his nasty breaking stuff he can break on you. The kid has an outside chance to get some AL Cy Young votes this season. Spencer Arrighetti, along with Framber Valdez, is your 1, Hunter Brown is your 2, Arrighetti is your 3, Ronald Blanco is your 4, Hayden Wesneski is your 5, or Lance McCullers Jr. or whoever else they put as the 5. I think this will be one of the top 5 to 7 rotations in the sport. And Framber Valdez and Hunter Brown alone, most teams would take that as their 1-2, maybe outside of the Diamondbacks, the Yankees, and the Dodgers. I genuinely believe and think that if this Astros rotation, they don't even have to be great, but if they're just good to really good, I can see them propelling this team to at least 90 plus wins. The offense should be a little bit better than last season. Along with Josh Hader in the bullpen, they should be better than last season, but the starting rotation with the pitching is going to be the reason why this team makes a long and deep postseason run. I genuinely believe this is the most underrated rotation that the Astros have had since 2017. And I don't think most people are giving them the respect that they should be. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What is going to make this Astros team special? Is it going to be the rotation? Is it going to be the pickup of Walker and Paredes? Or is this really the dark days upon it? Is this team going to tank and have a top draft pick? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, go and like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I have plenty more baseball content like this. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Adios, mis amigos.